Welcome to the House of Wisdom. Here, you can enjoy the essence of great books and learn valuable lessons without spending hours reading. Whether you're driving, training, or multitasking, the House of Wisdom brings engaging audiobook summaries right to you. Sit back, relax, and let us share the wisdom of books in a way that fits perfectly into your busy lifestyle. Many people feel unsatisfied with their lives, struggling in their marriages and careers, often feeling trapped and unfulfilled. In an effort to escape these frustrations, some resort to unhealthy coping mechanisms such as alcohol or drugs. However, no matter what they try, a lingering sense of emptiness and negativity remains. The real issue is that they have yet to uncover their core desire, the deep, driving force that truly matters to them. This is not just another goal but a purpose that fuels passion and determination. Jack Zufelt, the author of The DNA of Success, emphasizes that understanding what you truly want and actively pursuing it is essential. Identifying and following this core desire is the ultimate key to genuine happiness and fulfillment. This summary will guide you in recognizing your core desire and understanding the steps to achieve it. You will explore the power of winning, the significance of mindset, and the success attitude formula. Additionally, you will learn how to find the right mentor who can steer you toward lasting success. Everything you deeply desire is within your reach. By the end of this summary, you will have a clear roadmap to attaining true happiness and satisfaction. So, let's embark on this insightful journey together. Chapter 1. Success springs from desires. Everyone has the potential to succeed. The abilities and talents you possess form what Jack Zufelt calls the DNA of success. This is something you are born with, it has always been within you and will always be a part of you. Your success DNA serves as the foundation for achieving anything in life. Think about it. Scientists have discovered new chemical elements, humans have traveled to space, and today, with just a mobile phone, we can capture the world in photos. All these breakthroughs occurred because of the DNA of success. Understanding and activating this DNA can take you farther than you ever imagined. The key lies in learning how to harness it to become the person you truly want to be. As you progress toward your goals, you will gain new insights and uncover fresh opportunities. However, this journey also comes with society's long list of success standards, criteria that often make you feel like a failure if you don't meet them. But have you ever wondered why people fail? There are many reasons. Perhaps you ignored valuable feedback because it was difficult to hear, or maybe you procrastinated when you should have taken action. Impatience might have led you to crave instant results. However, the most common reason for failure is not knowing what you truly want. Without clarity on your deepest desires, you may feel lost or inadequate. Your core desire is shaped by your passions, interests, and ambitions. Once you discover it, no challenge will seem too great. No matter how difficult the path, you will be willing to take risks and push forward because you are driven by something far more powerful than mere motivation. You are fueled by purpose. The process of discovering and embracing your core desire will bring immense joy and fulfillment. For the first time, you will feel excited to work towards something that genuinely matters to you. Obstacles will no longer feel like setbacks, instead, they will inspire and challenge you to push even harder. But here's the secret. Developing a strong core desire requires tapping into your inner driving force, what Jack Zufelt calls the conquering force. This is the power that transforms passion into relentless determination. It is the strength that keeps you going even when things get tough. Success requires two essential elements: a deeply rooted core desire, the conquering force, the drive that ensures you never give up. Additionally, having the right mentor can significantly accelerate your journey. A great mentor helps you navigate challenges, avoid pitfalls, and sharpen your focus. When applied to all areas of life, personal, professional, and financial, this formula leads to undeniable growth. The result? You gain deeper self-awareness and, with it, the most powerful motivation to achieve anything you set your heart on. Jack's own life is proof of this concept. He grew up in an Indian reservation as the only white student and was often bullied, mocked, and even physically abused by other kids. One day, when he was about 10 years old, a bully stuck chewing gum in his hair and punched him in the face. Overwhelmed with fear, Jack ran home crying, his lips swollen and face bruised. His mother, seeing his condition, informed his father, who worked at a nearby trading post. Jack's father immediately took him to the bully's house and gave him an ultimatum. Fight back and take your revenge, or I will punish you myself. Terrified, Jack couldn't bring himself to fight. In the end, he was beaten up again, this time by his own father. But what hurt him the most was being called a coward. The bullying at school continued, and soon, Jack became convinced that school wasn't for him. He tried various jobs, including delivering milk, but for the first time in his life, someone recognized his potential. He was offered a job as a karate studio manager. Even better, his boss agreed to train him in karate for free. Jack accepted the offer because he was tired of being seen as weak. More than anything, he desperately wanted to gain confidence, learn how to defend himself, and earn his father's respect. This deep longing became his core desire. No amount of pain, no broken bones, nothing could stop him from becoming strong. Jack refused to let his painful past define him. Instead, he used it as fuel to develop his conquering force. He stopped living in fear and transformed himself into someone powerful and resilient. This is what happens when you uncover your core desire. Once you truly know what you want and are willing to fight for it, nothing can hold you back. Chapter 2. Heart Set over Mindset. Once you recognize your core desire and activate your conquering force, new opportunities will begin to appear. Each success will open a new door, and it will be up to you to decide whether to step through it. However, when making these decisions, it's crucial to listen to your heart set, your deepest emotions and desires, rather than relying solely on logic. Ask yourself, will this bring me happiness? Will this fulfill my true purpose? Your heart set is the emotional force behind your core desire. It tells you whether something truly excites you or if you are merely following what seems practical. Have you ever noticed how effortless things feel when you genuinely love what you're doing? When your heart is in it, you become more creative, resourceful, and determined. That's the power of listening to your heart. It fuels you with energy, passion, and purpose. Yet, society teaches us the opposite. We are often encouraged to be logical, make rational choices, and suppress our emotions. This leads many people to adopt a fixed mindset, shaped by their upbringing, culture, and past experiences. But what if these beliefs are limiting you? Consider this. If you were repeatedly told growing up that you weren't smart or capable enough, those doubts might still linger in your mind. No matter how much you push forward, your mindset will keep reminding you of those limitations. This is what happens when you prioritize mindset over heart set. You unknowingly restrict your own potential. Obstacles, financial struggles, emotional pain, and unexpected setbacks are an inevitable part of life. However, they don't have to stop you. If you want to keep moving forward, trust your heart. No matter how difficult the journey, your passion and emotions will guide you toward your goal. Real-life examples of heart set in action. Collie Butler's childhood was filled with hardship. Her parents divorced when she was young, and her father abandoned her. Growing up without love and support, she moved from one household to another, searching for the affection she never received at home. With so much emotional pain, she could have easily believed she wasn't good enough, that life had nothing better to offer. But instead of letting her past define her, she made a choice. She followed her heart. Collie discovered her passion in network marketing and poured all her energy into building a successful career. Her heart set pushed her to work hard, make better choices, and create the happy family she had always dreamed of. No matter how difficult the journey, she never gave up. She knew exactly what she wanted and pursued it with everything she had. Melissa Poe. In 1989, 9-year-old Melissa Poe saw a television report predicting the devastating effects of pollution in the coming years. Most people would have moved on and forgotten about it, but Melissa couldn't ignore what she saw. It struck a deep chord in her heart, and she felt an urgent need to take action. Determined to make a difference, she wrote a letter to President George H.W. Bush, urging him to install billboards with a simple yet urgent message: "Stop pollution, it's killing the world." Though she never received a response, Melissa refused to let that discourage her. Instead, she came up with a new plan, getting billboard companies to print her message across the country. She reached out to advertising agencies in Nashville, Tennessee, and to her surprise, one of them agreed to help. Months later, over 250 billboards with her message appeared nationwide. Meanwhile, her initiative, Kids Face, Kids for a Clean Environment, grew from just 6 members to over 2,000 worldwide. Her newsletter reached millions, spreading awareness about environmental protection. And all of this started because a 9-year-old girl listened to her heart. Unlock your true potential. Just like Melissa Poe and Collie Butler, you have the power to create success in your own life. The key is to trust your heart set and never let obstacles discourage you. The stronger your heart set, the more unstoppable you become. No failure, rejection, or setback can hold you back when you are driven by true passion. No one can define what is or isn't possible for you, only you can. So, ask yourself, are you letting your mind limit you? Or are you listening to your heart and unlocking your true potential? Chapter 3. Identifying your core desires. Your core desires are the things your heart truly longs for, the deep, unshakable passions that bring meaning to your life. Just as water quenches thirst, fulfilling your core desires satisfies something profound within you. Identifying these desires is the first crucial step toward achieving greatness. To live a life of true fulfillment, you must understand what your heart genuinely craves. However, this process requires self-reflection, effort, and trust in yourself. Many people struggle to discover their core desires. They wander through life feeling lost, unsure of what they truly want, often relying on others to decide for them. But no one else should define your core desire, not your family, not your friends, not your boss. Your parents should not dictate your career. Your best friend cannot tell you where to live. You should never choose a job just because of workplace pressure. Instead, you must pursue what you truly want. Life is short but incredibly valuable. To make the most of it, you must do everything possible to turn your core desires into reality. Achieving them requires relentless motivation and an unshakable drive, what Jack Zufelt calls the conquering force. When your core desire aligns with this inner drive, you gain full control over your life. No matter how complex the journey is, you will willingly take risks and push through challenges. Work will no longer feel like a burden, it will become an exciting process because you know the rewards are worth it. How to identify your core desires. To uncover your core desire, start by examining different aspects of your life, relationships, financial goals, health, and personal aspirations. Then, ask yourself, what do I deeply desire that I don't currently have? Once you identify a possible answer, dig deeper with these questions. If I had no responsibilities holding me back, what would I do? What brings me the most joy? What kind of change do I wish to create in my life? What do I expect from the people around me? If I had unlimited time and money, how would I spend it? You may come up with many answers, but not all of them will be core desires. To refine your list further, ask yourself, if I achieved this, how would it make me feel? This question helps you distinguish between fleeting wishes and desires that truly matter. Measuring the strength of your desire. Once you identify your core desire, you need to measure its strength using the core desire scale. 1 to 20. Temporary wants. Things that catch your interest but don't hold lasting importance. 20 to 40. Responsibilities, pursued out of obligation, not passion. 40 to 60. Interests and preferences, bring some satisfaction but not deep fulfillment. 60-80. Persistent desires, strong commitments with a sense of responsibility. 80 to 99. Essential goals, deeply ingrained motivations that are hard to ignore. 100. True core desires, the ultimate passion that fuels your life's purpose. If something ranks at 100, it is no longer just a passing thought, it becomes a mission that you will do whatever it takes to achieve. Uncovering your 100-level core desire isn't always easy. You may need to reflect multiple times, but once you find it, you will know that this is what your heart truly wants. Craig Newton's story. A core desire realized Craig Newton had everything: a happy family, a stable career, and financial security. But by the time he turned 50, his weight had spiraled out of control. For most of his life, he was 75 to 130 pounds overweight, making it difficult for him to move, exercise, or enjoy physical activities. His health suffered, his self-confidence plummeted, and he felt trapped in his own body. Craig tried everything: healthy diets, fitness programs, even therapy, but every time he made progress, he slipped back into old habits. His love for food overpowered his motivation, and his weight returned. Then, during a routine medical checkup, he received a shocking diagnosis: type 2 diabetes. This was his turning point. He realized that if he didn't change, his future would be filled with suffering and medical complications. For 3 months, he committed to a strict diet and lost 50 pounds. His blood sugar levels improved, and his health stabilized. But soon, his motivation faded again, and he went back to unhealthy eating, regaining all the weight. However, this time, something felt different. Deep inside, he knew he still wanted to be healthy. His desire to live a better life never disappeared. Craig made another attempt, and once again, he lost 50 pounds in just 3 months. But this time, he never stopped. He had discovered his core desire: to be fit, healthy, and free from illness. Craig fully embraced his new lifestyle, committing to daily exercise and a balanced diet. Even when cravings hit and workouts became painful, he pushed forward. His core desire had reached 100 on the scale, making it impossible for him to quit. Today, Craig is healthy, happy, and living a fulfilling life, all because he discovered what his heart truly wanted and pursued it with everything he had. The conquering force: just like Craig, you too have core desires waiting to be uncovered. Once you identify them and align them with your conquering force, nothing will stand in your way. Are you ready to find what truly drives you? Chapter 4. The conquering force within you. Everyone has the potential to achieve their deepest desires, but doing so requires an unstoppable force that keeps pushing forward despite any obstacles. This inner strength is known as the conquering force, the driving energy that fuels motivation and commitment. Imagine you have a strong desire to earn a promotion at work. Your conquering force is what keeps you determined, pushing you to work harder, improve your skills, and go the extra mile. Along the way, you might face difficult colleagues, setbacks, or disappointments, but none of these will hold you back because your inner drive is strong enough to keep moving forward. When your conquering force is fully activated, you feel excited, committed, and inspired to succeed. You wake up each morning with enthusiasm, eager to take another step toward your goal. However, many people struggle with knowing whether they are truly using this force in their lives. If you feel stuck, uninspired, or unfulfilled by your current path, it's a sign that your conquering force is not fully engaged. Likewise, if you allow others to dictate your choices or lack a clear direction, you're failing to tap into this powerful energy. Your conquering force is deeply connected to your passion, excitement, and desire to create something meaningful. Sometimes, it emerges through creativity or innovative thinking. The good news is that you can measure its strength by asking yourself, how committed do I feel to this task? If your motivation is low, the activity is draining your energy rather than fueling you. If your drive is moderate, you likely feel obligated to complete certain responsibilities, like work assignments or household chores. They must be done, but they don't bring excitement or fulfillment. However, when your conquering force is at its peak, you feel deeply dedicated, pouring your full strength into the task. Completing it brings a profound sense of satisfaction. A perfect example of this is Marcy, the wife of Jack Zufelt. She once bought an old piano and had it restored, but she struggled to find a matching bench. After searching multiple stores with no success, she made a bold decision: she would build the bench herself. Despite never having done woodworking before, Marcy recognized a strong desire within her. She wanted a beautiful, functional bench to complete her cherished piano, and this passion ignited her conquering force. Determined to succeed, she enrolled in a woodworking class at a technical college. The process was far from easy. She endured sore hands, sawdust-covered clothes, and even broke one of the bench legs, forcing her to start over. But instead of giving up, Marcy embraced the challenge. She found joy in learning, improving her skills, and overcoming obstacles. After 6 weeks of dedication, she finally built the perfect piano bench, one that matched her piano flawlessly. The moment she placed it beside her instrument, she felt an overwhelming sense of satisfaction. When your conquering force is fully awakened, setbacks become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Every struggle becomes part of the journey, and the final result is incredibly rewarding. This is the power of knowing what you truly want and committing to it with all your heart. Chapter 5. The Success Attitude. To achieve your deepest aspirations, you must cultivate what Jack Zufelt refers to as the Success Attitude Formula. This formula is designed to help you stay focused, recognize opportunities, and take the right actions to turn your dreams into reality. When applied correctly, it significantly increases your chances of success. The formula is expressed as SA equals CD plus D times PA plus P, which stands for Success Attitude equals core desire plus direction times proper action plus persistence. When you develop a success attitude, you gain confidence in your ability to achieve your goals. You begin to believe that you have the resources, determination, and resilience needed to shape the life you envision. However, simply having a strong desire isn't enough. It must be paired with a clear sense of direction. For instance, if your goal is to become a teacher, merely wishing for it won't make it happen. You need to research where to study, what qualifications are required, and the steps necessary to enter the profession. This direction serves as your roadmap, guiding you toward your objective. Strengthening this path can involve reading relevant books, seeking mentorship, attending seminars, watching educational videos, or enrolling in online courses. Surrounding yourself with supportive and inspiring individuals also plays a crucial role. Once you have established a direction, the next critical element is proper action. Your conquering force, that deep inner drive, will push you to take meaningful steps toward your goal. No matter how passionate you are, success is impossible without action. For example, if you aspire to be the best parent, you must actively spend quality time with your child and express love through your actions. If you dream of becoming a top chef, you must practice cooking every day. Fear may try to hold you back at first, but real success comes when you listen to your instincts and take calculated risks. The final and most crucial element of the formula is persistence. This means remaining committed to your goal, no matter how many obstacles arise. Challenges are inevitable, but if you view them as fuel to keep moving forward rather than as reasons to quit, you will ultimately reach your goal. A great example of this is Mark Lassica, a video store entrepreneur who unknowingly discovered his core desire through an unexpected event. One day, he received a donation request for a children's hospital. Initially, he wasn't particularly interested. However, a woman later called and shared an emotional story about how the hospital had saved her child's life. Her words deeply moved Mark, and he realized that helping sick children was something he truly cared about. It became a core desire ranked at 100 on his internal scale. One day, while visiting his video store, the manager mentioned an article about the Batmobile, the same one used in the Batman movies. The manager casually suggested using the Batmobile as a promotional tool for a hospital fundraiser. Mark loved the idea and was determined to make it a reality. To bring this vision to life, he followed the success attitude formula step by step. Core desire. He had a deep and genuine passion for supporting the children's hospital. Direction. He outlined the necessary steps, identifying potential companies that could support his idea. Proper action. He reached out to a rare car dealer and persuaded them to lend the Batmobile for the fundraiser. He even secured legal approval from Warner Brothers, the producers of Batman, to ensure everything was done correctly. Additionally, he collaborated with an advertising agency to generate public interest. Persistence. Just when everything seemed to be falling into place, a major setback occurred. The car dealer pulled out because the advertising agency had failed to mention the charity aspect in the promotions. Instead of giving up, Mark took immediate action. He personally spoke with the dealer, resolved the issue, and kept the campaign on track. Ultimately, Mark's core desire and unwavering commitment led to a massive success. The fundraising event attracted around 4,000 people and raised a substantial amount of money for the hospital. Inspired by the impact, other local hospitals partnered with him to use the Batmobile for their own charity events. Beyond raising funds, the presence of the Batmobile brought immense joy to sick children, brightening their days during tough times. Seeing their smiles and knowing he had made a difference gave Mark a deep sense of fulfillment. When you apply the success attitude formula, you transform dreams into reality. All it takes is a strong core desire, a clear direction, the courage to take meaningful action, and the persistence to keep going, no matter what obstacles stand in your way. Chapter 6. The Power of Mentorship. A mentor is someone who provides guidance and support, sharing their experiences and wisdom to help you succeed. Whether you realize it or not, you have likely already had mentors in your life, perhaps a parent, teacher, or coach who has taught you valuable lessons. However, if you want to achieve your core desires, finding the right mentor is crucial. Don't overlook the opportunity to connect with someone who can bring clarity and focus to your journey. Once you understand what you truly want, take the time to find a mentor who aligns with your goals. Look for someone with experience, an individual who has already accomplished what you aspire to achieve. The closer their journey resembles yours, the more valuable their insights will be. However, be selective when choosing a mentor. They should be knowledgeable, credible, and trustworthy. Sometimes, a single mentor may not be enough. Expanding your network and learning from multiple experts can provide even greater benefits. Consider seeking mentors in different areas of life, career, personal development, financial success, or relationships. You can find mentors through books, online platforms, seminars, or by asking people within your existing network for recommendations. The key is to connect with someone who is genuinely invested in mentoring and passionate about helping others grow. Equally important is finding a mentor with whom you feel comfortable sharing your thoughts and challenges. Once you identify the right person, approach them with respect and clearly explain why you seek their guidance. Be upfront about your goals and expectations, whether regarding time commitment, communication style, or other aspects, so both of you have a mutual understanding. A strong mentor-mentee relationship is built on transparency, trust, and respect. Show a genuine willingness to learn and demonstrate your dedication to self-improvement. Once you have a mentor, make the most of the opportunity. Listen attentively to their advice and ask questions to deepen your understanding. For instance, if you are learning to swim, don't just follow instructions blindly. Ask about techniques, common mistakes, and ways to improve. Learning from their experiences, including their failures, will help you navigate your own challenges more effectively. If you ever have concerns or doubts, engage in open discussions rather than arguing. Always remain polite, appreciate their time, and express gratitude for their guidance. Let their journey inspire you, and remind yourself that one day, you too can reach great heights. Respecting your mentor is essential. Acknowledge their contributions and share how their advice has helped you grow. Expressing appreciation reinforces the importance of mentorship and strengthens your relationship. A great example of mentorship's impact is the story of Judy Scheindlin, better known as Judge Judy. At the age of 4, Judy enrolled in a dance school where she trained in ballet, tap, and acrobatics. Unfortunately, a serious injury forced her to stop attending classes indefinitely. Her parents assumed that dancing was not meant for her, and she never returned to dance school. Despite this setback, Judy and her parents believed that another path awaited her. Instead of dwelling on what she couldn't do, her parents encouraged her to explore her strengths. Over time, she discovered her talent for communication. Recognizing this gift, her parents, acting as her mentors, helped her refine her speaking skills rather than pushing her into areas where she struggled, such as mathematics. Judy was deeply grateful that her parents allowed her to develop her natural abilities rather than forcing her into a predefined path. Their mentorship played a crucial role in her success, leading her to become a highly respected lawyer and later, the renowned Judge Judy. Like Judy, you too need mentors who recognize your strengths and help you refine them. A great mentor doesn't just offer advice, they empower you to become the best version of yourself. Conclusion. Success is ingrained in your very being. it's the natural talent and potential you were born with. Every individual carries this success DNA, and anyone can unlock their full potential. The secret lies in recognizing this inner power and activating it. To do so, you must identify your deepest core desire, harness your inner drive, cultivate the right mindset, and seek guidance from a mentor who can help you navigate your journey. So, take a moment to reflect. What is your true passion? What do you genuinely aspire to achieve? What would bring you lasting happiness? Now that you know how to uncover it, remember, your success DNA is already within you. Apply the principles you've learned, stay driven, pour your heart into your efforts, and take decisive action. Find solutions, remain dedicated, seek mentorship, and most importantly, believe in yourself. Everything you need to succeed is already inside you. The time to act is now. Go out and make it happen. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this summary of the DNA of Success by Jack Zufelt. We hope the insights and strategies shared have inspired you to unlock your true potential and harness the power of your core desires. Stay tuned for more summaries and powerful lessons from top personal development books. Keep striving toward your goals, take decisive action, and watch as your dedication leads to extraordinary achievements. Thank you, and take care.